What is happening across America today? Welcome to USA News, where we bring you the facts and the most talked of stories right now. Drop a like, subscribe, and let's get into the details. A major courtroom battle over voting rights, election security, and government power has just delivered a significant setback to President Donald Trump's administration, and the ruling is already sending shockwaves through the political world. In a decision that could have nationwide implications, a federal judge has blocked the use of a recently expanded federal database that had become a centerpiece of the administration's efforts to identify non-citizens on voter rolls across the country. The controversial system, known as SAVE, short for Systematic Alien Verification for Entitlements, was originally created to help government agencies verify immigration status for public benefits. But under recent changes, the program was dramatically expanded and used by states to review voter registration records on a massive scale. Now, a federal court says those changes went too far. On Monday, U.S. District Court Judge Sparkle L. Suknanen ruled that the revamped system cannot continue operating in its current form. In a strongly worded opinion, the judge said federal officials had centralized sensitive personal information belonging to millions of Americans in a way that raised serious privacy concerns and threatened the integrity of the voting process. According to the ruling, the government's actions may have exposed citizens to the risk of being incorrectly flagged and potentially removed from voter rolls. The judge's language was striking. She wrote that the federal government had knowingly trampled on the privacy rights of American citizens, in a way that could threaten one of the nation's most fundamental democratic rights, the right to vote. The decision marks one of the most significant legal challenges yet to Trump's broader election agenda during his second term. Since returning to office, the president has pursued a series of initiatives aimed at reshaping election administration nationwide. Among those efforts were proposals requiring documentary proof of citizenship for voter registration, restrictions on certain mail-in ballots, and increased federal involvement in election oversight. Many of those efforts have already faced legal challenges, with courts repeatedly pointing to constitutional limits on presidential authority over election rules, which are primarily controlled by states and Congress. Supporters of the administration argue that stronger safeguards are necessary to protect election integrity and ensure public confidence in the voting system. Critics, however, counter that voting by non-citizens is already illegal, extremely rare, and does not justify creating large-scale databases containing sensitive personal information about American citizens. The numbers involved are substantial. Since the SAVE program was expanded in 2025, at least 25 states reportedly use the system to review voter registration records. More than 67 million registrations have been scanned through the database. Supporters see that as proof the system was helping states verify eligibility. Opponents view it very differently. They warn that even small errors in such a massive database could result in legitimate voters being mistakenly flagged, creating confusion and potentially disenfranchising eligible citizens. Public reaction has been intense and deeply divided. Some Americans are praising the ruling as a victory for privacy rights, civil liberties, and voter protection. Others believe the decision weakens efforts to ensure election security and prevent unlawful voting. Meanwhile, officials from the Department of Homeland Security have strongly criticized the ruling, signaling that the legal and political fight is far from over. As appeals and further court challenges appear likely, one thing is clear: the debate over election security, voter access, and federal authority remains one of the most contentious issues in American politics. And with future elections on the horizon, this latest ruling may prove to be a pivotal moment in the ongoing battle over how America conducts and protects its democratic process. We'll continue following this developing story and bring you the latest updates as they emerge.